Okay, perfect. It looks like it's
You're
recording
all
right
set
now.
up.
Okay, awesome. Okay, hey guys, it's Eric from foundersbeta.com, and I'm thrilled to be with you tonight. Welcome to our startup demo and open mic. I'm going to introduce two of our team members. So we have Mariam and Kimi. They're both on the Slack and the Zoom chat. So if you need anything, let them know, and feel free to use the Slack and the Zoom chat to post your LinkedIn and portfolio and any projects that you're looking for. So tonight we're going all the way to Orlando. So yeah, let's figure it out. So we have two exciting startups. So one is a augmented reality, teamlaunchable.com, right, Alfred?
Yep. Yeah.
Okay, that's right.
Launchable.
Yes, so teamlaunchable.com. Yeah, we're going to see a demo, and we're going to see a demo from Roman. It's called Fortress, right? I hope I got the name right. Okay.
That's right. We're Fortress Cybersecurity.
Yes, great. Okay, so let's turn into a demo by Alfred from teamlaunchable.com. So Alfred, please tell us a little bit about augmented reality, the problem you're solving, and yeah, if we can get a sneak peek of the product, or can you show us something that would be amazing?
Yeah, I actually put together a little what we usually send out to clients, and I just kind of got rid of some of the slides, but I'll show you guys a PowerPoint of everything.
Awesome,
Is that
great.
cool? And then
Yes.
on there we'll have some videos about just like showing you guys how our product works, and then how you guys can even get involved as a startup and start using us, or you guys can, like, if you're an enterprise level or mid-level, you can start working with us.
Awesome. So Alfred, take it away. I think me and Mariam will be on mute soon.
All right.
Okay, all yours now.
All right, cool. So I'm going to share my screen here, and then hopefully I can get this started up. So give me one moment. Share screen. All right. You guys still there?
Yes,
Yeah.
we can see you.
You can see me. All right. And then hopefully this shows the. All right. Can you guys see that? Is it still loading?
Good. We can see.
You guys got it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Awesome. Cool. Thank you. Thank you, Founders Beta, for just having me here. And everyone from Team Launchable, thanks you guys. So we're excited to actually demo and to show you guys what we even offer. So if you need to find us, all our contact information is on the bottom. So we're Launchable. Launchable just provides digital products and services to gain for brands that are looking to gain a competitive advantage. Now, how do we do that? We incorporate emerging and engaging technologies into their business plans and missions. So as we go through here, you guys obviously know that I'm already an augmented reality company, and you guys know we're already in Orlando. So based in downtown Orlando, it's not Disney. It's not that close either. So if you do want to come by and visit, we are here. So please come by. All right. So our services, yes, we do mainly focus in AR and augmented reality, but we can help you guys out with a VR solution. So mixed reality is up in our realm, but we mainly do focus just on augmented reality. So just for the sneak peeks, and this is where everything else, this is where it comes down to. So what we've done in the past is we helped out a lot of people out within marketing. So this is a dollar bill. If you actually look onto our current application right now onto the iOS and Android store, we help people market on the US currency. This is a nonprofit that goes under here, and then it helps them engage into their dollars. All right, and they'll get money. Other than that, we help a lot of people have their 3D models so they can have this on their flyers. On their flyers, they can actually just engage with the public or actually ship them and show them how big the Tide bottle is, for example, so you can actually buy. We incorporated these things called call to action buttons. Now, these call to action buttons are supposed to move people forward into this process, so you can actually move them straight into like your website or buy this Tide product.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's been really fun and working with a lot of these brands and trying to move the company forward. Other than that, we started off using it onto like a learning platform. So we first started off with the Dr. Seuss book and helped out a lot of kids with dyslexia actually learn how to read. So we leveraged just like a book that they already knew how to use or like already read and make it come to life so it became more interesting. So we're helping these companies get these advantages by leveraging augmented reality. So we made our own platform to make it a little more easier for them to actually make these products. So our levels of services, so like the way we can actually incorporate within your company or help out a small business or a mid or enterprise company. So for small companies, we actually have our own application on the store already named Launchable. So if you're already on there, you can check it out. You can scan some beers, or you guys can look over some people's business cards, or even look at like a dollar bill or the US currency. So that's on iOS and Android. Small businesses usually can jump onto our platform and it would go into just our application. And then a lot of these small companies are using it on their business cards just so they can get people to remember them. And then they hand off their business cards and then have like a better return on that or better ROI on their actual business cards or mailers. Mid-level companies, what we like to do for them is create our actual app and just white label our whole platform for them. So if the company was like, for example, IKEA or Best Buy, we would brand that whole application just after you and IKEA or like Best Buy. And then they can scan whatever they would want and they would just build up from there. Enterprise level companies typically will integrate into their own application. So if, for example, if it was Capital Grille, if they already had their own application, we would just embed our app inside of theirs. Much like how you see Shazam on Snapchat. It's just in their app. Yeah, so we started leveraging things like that. Our levels of engagement, when we start working with you, we first have to figure out a digital strategy and like, how can we even meet and like, how can we put you into what solution we have to put you into? And then we start designing that plan. After we design what our plans with our design team, as well as our developers, we put this into full production. If we needed to make this into its own standalone app, or if we needed to actually just put you onto our platform, knowing that you're a startup company and all you really needed to do is open up more doors. So we helped out a lot of companies just open up doors and get into other positions. We work with a lot of our key partners. So if you think we're lacking our 3D modeling skills, we actually can reach out to one of our partners to actually figure out what we need to do and how we can make this 3D model up to your liking, or if we had to make a video. Other than that, we have a data analytic company on there to help us tell you what to do with your data so we can actually help you analyze your market. Other than that, we've been featured on some other things like Fox 35, CIO, and then some bookshelves stuff just for that Dr. Seuss book. So if you catch us on any of these websites, you'll definitely see us there. Other than that, if you guys want to get started or help us out, just please check out our website. We offer more than other solutions, but right now it seems to be AR is our best platform that we've been getting to market for other companies. Like I said, we've been helping out a lot of startup companies get into other doors by just augmenting their mailers, their booths, and their business cards. Okay. And let me get out of here. And then let me try to give you guys a small demo too. So if I get out of this, start sharing. Hey guys, can you see me?
Yes.
All right, cool.
Still here.
Still there, cool. So just to like mess around, if you actually just pull out your phone, is anybody, I'm assuming some people here from the US maybe, besides the guy from Orlando?
Yes, I hope so.
Well, whatever. You guys have iOS and Android devices. I know that.
Yeah.
So let me just open this up. So on this camera right here, as you can see, I took this guy's business card and we augmented the other day. There's a play button onto it now. And we have the Kennedy Space Center. And on the bottom, as you can see, there's call to action buttons. This guy leverages it so he can get people to his website and his email addresses. We just put him on today. And then we're going to see how he's analyzing. We're going to see over the month how he's performing. And when it kind of dips and stuff, I'm going to send him a report and I'm like, what you need to do and how you should change up your strategy. So we kind of help people open up the doors, and then they kind of look more like we give these people the competitive edge so they look more immersive, and then they get themselves known out into the world. And that's Launchable. And if you guys actually need anything from us, or if you wanted a copy of this presentation, I'm actually going to drop it in the link. I'll drop a link to the Slack channel and this chat. And then also, if you want to subscribe, just hit the button below. And then new videos will be up here.
Fantastic.
Awesome. Okay, let's hear it for Alfred. Awesome.
Incredible.
Great.
Yeah.
Great work. Yes.
Yeah,
So,
I'll drop you guys that link too.
So what's the website for our audience to visit again? Teamlaunchable.com?
teamlaunchable.com.
Yes.
And then if you actually look for us on any social media, it's going to be on Team Launchable or at Team Launchable. So easy to find us. And if you guys just want to hang out, just reach out to us.
Awesome. Great.
Brilliant.
That's fantastic. So for our audience, if they have any questions for Alfred or feedback, yes, please use the Zoom chat or Slack to post. And even if there's, let's say, anybody you think would be useful for Alfred to connect, also, yeah, please reach out. So we want to support global startups to create global opportunities. So yeah, that was awesome. And Alfred, so right now, I guess which target market are you focusing on? Is it bigger companies? Is it startups?
Yeah, we're actually just trying to get to bigger companies. We're trying to help out these brick and mortar solutions. So right now we're trying to augment this doctor's office. So in the waiting room, it'll come to life for these kids to actually just play a video game inside. And then helping out like smaller stores to actually get traction into their stores. Other than that, we're really trying to focus onto the brick and mortar solution. Other than that, we've been approached for some reason to build a lot of books. So a lot of people like books. So we've been doing this.
Awesome. Yes, I think this definitely for learning solutions as well. I think this is huge because it really transforms the way you learn. So
yeah, and we use these things called multimodal learning. We're trying to use more than one sense. So it's like a really good learning tool.
Awesome. Great. Well, thanks so much for the fantastic demo. Okay, great. So if you have any questions for Alfred, please let him know. Also follow them on social media channels, on our Twitter as well. You see their account too. So if you have any questions, feedback, please reach out and let Alfred know. So awesome. Alrighty, so let's move on to our, yes, so great. Great job again. So let's move on to our second demo from Orlando. Okay, so we have Roman from Orlando working on a cybersecurity solution. Sounds complicated, and we'd love to hear about it. And yeah, so take it away, all yours.
All right, thank you for having me here. We're also based out of Orlando, out of downtown Orlando. We're in the Chase building, so I'm sure we'll run across paths.
Awesome. Have you guys met, by the way?
I don't think so.
Okay, there you go. So awesome.
I'm sure maybe at lunch somewhere around here. You know, there's a couple.
Possibly. I'm literally just there 30 minutes ago and I ran back home.
Nice.
Awesome.
All right, so I'll give you guys a quick primer on Fortress. So Fortress Cybersecurity is the consumer division. It's a sister company of Fortress Information Security. That sounds fancy, but Fortress Information Security has only been around about 3 years, with Fortress Cyber having started 2 years ago. Started by offering enterprise-grade security to critical infrastructure. So we started by securing banks, power companies, transportation companies like cruise lines. And just 3 years later, now we secure about 10% of the power grid. We secure major financial institutions, not only in the US, but internationally, and large cruise lines as well. And what we saw was a demand for the work from home crowd. We saw that there was a gap in the market. There are these not really great consumer solutions that look really cute and cutesy, that try to protect you at home and maybe offer a firewall or some kind of degree of protection on the network, but don't work very well or aren't very configurable. Versus on the other end of the spectrum, you have these tremendously expensive solutions. For example, a Dell SonicWall, which is a big black box you put in your networking closet, requires a degree in security to set up, maintenance, rule sets, that type of thing. So we kind of saw this gap in the market between the really expensive, difficult to configure solutions and the cheaper, not really functional at all solutions. So our product, if you toss me screen share, I can go to your screen. There we go.
Yeah.
There, I see my screen. So I'll just have this as a backdrop real quick, and then I'll bring up one of our interfaces to walk you through the product. So our product is the Fortress UTM box of a router with a touch screen on it. And we actually patented putting a touchscreen on a firewall or security interface. We're granted that patent. And you may say, well, why would you want a screen on a firewall? Well, there's a couple reasons. The main reason is a lot of the security products out there are actually anti-security products. What do I mean by that? Well, if you look at something like a Norton Core or a Cujo Labs firewall device that you plug into your network, and it's supposed to stop you from downloading malware, supposed to stop you from going to bad websites, what they actually do is they collect all this data on you, and then they send all your personally identifiable data, the sites you visit, stuff you download, to their servers. And they say, oh, don't worry, we won't get hacked. We're the good guys, we're secure. Well, in working in the cybersecurity space, we just know that's not the case. It's only a matter of time, and if they have enough customers with enough interesting enough data, hackers will end up going for it. So what we do is we only store the personally identifiable data of a user right on that device. So if someone wants to, and I'll switch over here to our web interface so you can start to get a feel for what our interface is like. If someone wants to be able to see what kind of stuff the device has picked up, what kind of bad traffic it's blocking, your browsing data, anything that isn't malicious traffic is only on the device. The malicious traffic is the only data that leaves the device and goes to our web app or our mobile app. And you're really only configuring very high level things on those interfaces. To really be able to assess your network security, we only show that data on the device. Also, for an older demographic who maybe aren't as tech savvy or as comfortable using an iPhone or even their computer, having a self-contained product really was key when we were kind of gauging interest. As we move into the interface of the product, the next kind of tentpole I want to highlight is there are a lot of firewalls in the security space, but what we really strive to do is provide total life security. So on one hand, we have traditional networking security, where we're going to protect you in the sense of a firewall or a more advanced network security device called an intrusion prevention system. But we go a step beyond. We have a service called CyberGuard, and what that is life security. So if you guys are familiar with LifeLock, we roll in this extra service on top of just being a firewall, where we actually look at key relationships our customers have with sensitive corporate entities. And what I mean by that is, say you bank with Bank of America or have insurance through Progressive. What we want to know is for you to just identify those relationships. We don't need account numbers. We don't need bank account numbers. We don't need your social security, anything like that. All we do is have people indicate who are the names of these companies. And then all we do is we take a lot of our enterprise grade technology and continuously scour the dark web for sales of digital assets. So say you have an American Express card and you say, hey, I have an American Express card. I'm not giving you the number to that or anything, but I want to be notified if something bad happens at American Express. So when we see a spike in credentials being sold of Amex card numbers or logins, we're going to notify that group of our customers. And the advantage of that is twofold. One, we're not storing sensitive data and increasing the attack surface for our customers. And two, when data is breached from a company, typically all the leaked records don't come out at once. There's many cases where a company will be breached, and first they'll say, oh, only 1,000 customers were affected. Then a couple months later, they say, oh, 1 million customers were affected. A couple months later, sorry, everybody was affected. The advantage of notifying people as early as possible when we see a spike in these types of digital assets being sold is our customers can take action as early as possible. If we see a spike in an asset being sold or being listed on the dark web, we'll offer a recommended course of action. So say your Amex card was stolen, we'll recommend you contact your card issuer and get a new card. Or if it's a spike in account credentials, then we'll say, we recommend you change your password and possibly look into the security for your email associated to this account. So again, we have cybersecurity, we have life security, and then the final tentpole to this is we actually patented integrating with physical security. People ask us, great, you guys protect us if my laptop gets hacked, you protect me and help me react if my bank gets hacked, but what happens if a brick comes through my window? So our natural, what happened is because of our go-to-market strategy and requests from our customers, we began to focus on physical security integration. We actually also were granted the patent on integrating cybersecurity controls on a physical security alarm panel. So we don't go direct to consumer. We actually look for strategic channel partners. So a company like ADT, for example, we reach out to them and say, hey, you guys have all these customers who you've already sold alarm panels to. You already charge them, $40 a month. And it's really hard to make more money on this customer group and offer more value without tacking on unnecessary things. How would you like to be able to integrate in your panel cybersecurity data and cybersecurity services, which works out great for us because we never show up in a Best Buy or on Amazon competing with other firewall products. It works out great for them. They can leverage this existing group of customers and bring value to them and kind of complete the circle of security for them. And it just works out really well. It's a really synergetic process for everybody. And I'll kind of walk you guys through the interface here. We strive to achieve visual parity between all of our interfaces. So our mobile interface, our on-device interface, our iPad interface, any of these interfaces have they're essentially the same interface that's responsive and can collapse to best occupy the device. When you might hear some meowing here in a second, sorry. When you receive the device and you take it out of the box, it couldn't be simpler. The only thing we have our customers doing is setting a security level. And what that means is they just choose off, low, medium, or high. And basically the difference between those is on higher security levels, we're gonna notify you something bad happened and take an action. On lower security levels, we're gonna notify you something bad happened, but not take that action for you. So you can kind of decide if it's best to block a malicious website, if it's best to leave it alone and you think it's not an issue for now. So that's the only configuration our customers have to do. The other thing is we wanted to give context to what bad traffic was. A lot of people see a bad IP address and they'll say, oh, I don't know what that means. Like, why is that bad? Versus if we show them a nanny cam on their network at 3 a.m. communicating to Shenzhen or Moscow when it typically talks to a server in California, and we actually show this location of the traffic, people have a higher chance of understanding why that's bad. So we help give them kind of context to where their data is going. Not only for bad traffic, but if they look on the actual device, they can look at where all their traffic is going. We're actually working on a heat map as well of this, and it makes people more aware of what they're plugging into their network. That's one of the features we're really excited about and help educate people on security practices and kind of what devices they grant permission to their network. Other than that, we also wanted to make parental controls as easy to use as possible. So we let people get as nitty gritty as they want with their rule sets for parental controls, or as simple as possible. So they can add a user group, create a user group like kids, and then add blocked categories. So they can either block categories outright of content or just block individual websites, as well as set time parameters, for example, to restrict anything but an educational resource between a certain set of hours, maybe when they're supposed to be studying or something. So that's kind of the product. Do you guys have any questions?
Awesome. That's great. Thanks for such a great demo. And yeah, I mean, this is so detailed. This is amazing. Yeah, so what's next for this? So I guess this is, so you have both consumers and I guess enterprise level solutions, right? Is it both?
That's right. And even this solution, actually, we've seen demand not only for small office, home office, like maybe insurance agent offices or doctor's offices, but also for people who work from home and just regular home applications, just in this solution alone.
Right. Awesome. And yeah, what's the next thing for the startup? Like, is it like you're just getting out there? Is it marketing? What's the next exciting thing?
For us, it's strategic channel partnerships. So we're talking to alarm companies. we're talking to internet service providers to be the default gateway in the home when people sign up for internet service, to pay a little more and upgrade to this unit. So we're really working to build those relationships with channel partners.
Awesome, like exciting. And for our audience, if they want to learn more, what's the website again?
I will post it in the chat as
Yes.
well as in the Slack. It's fortresscs.com.
Fortresscs.com. Yes.
Yep.
Let's get that up and running on our Twitter channel.
Yes.
So awesome, great. Well, thank you so much for the great demo. And for our audience, if you have questions for our startups tonight, or if you have suggestions, feedback, introductions, please reach out to them. We want to continue to make connections for our startups, and yeah, we're super excited about it. So please reach out. Don't hesitate. And thanks again for the great demos to both startups from Orlando. So let's give it up. Yay. Okay, awesome. Okay, so next, what we'll do is, this is our startup open mic opportunity. So what this really means is you can make an announcement about anything, really. If you have an event, if you are hosting a hackathon, if you need a co-founder, use the open mic to just announce it. We have our audience ready to listen, and who knows where it's gonna lead. So does anyone have any sort of announcement they wanna make? Please use the chat and let us know. This is your opportunity right now. Okay, awesome.
Well, this is Tommy. I know Alfred already knows because he comes, but we host a monthly event called Orlando Tech and Beer. So I invite the founder and the team out from Fortress to join us if he's in Orlando, and anybody else coming to Orlando.
Awesome.
We have close to 400 RSVPs. So beer, tacos, tech networking, startups, founders, all kinds of stuff. So if you're in Orlando, come check it out. That's actually where I met Alfred, at Orlando Tech and Beer.
Amazing. And what's the website there, Tommy, for our audience, please?
So you could go on meetup.com and just look up Orlando Tech and Beer, also known as OTAB. So
awesome.
yeah, so every last Thursday of every month.
Great. And if there is any Twitter handle as well, let us know. We can just tweet it out right now for our audience from the internet. So, okay, awesome. Well, thanks so much for joining, Tommy. Okay, would there be anyone else want to make an announcement about anything really, your meetup, co-founder, project?
Yes, there's another one. I think Sydney would like to present.
Okay, awesome. So Sydney, I'm gonna unmute you right now, and here's your, 10 seconds opportunity. Okay, so let's see. Okay, unmute. Okay, unmute. Okay, I think you should be able to hear us.
Okay.
Can you hear us, Sydney?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes,
Yeah.
awesome. Okay, here's your opportunity for startup open mic. So if you want to talk about your project, event, go ahead. All yours.
Okay, would I be able to share my screen and show it or not?
It's more of an announcement, so you have 10 seconds.
That's unfortunate because I didn't know how to apply to present. Okay, so my name is Sydney, so I'm the founder of VentureX, and what we do is that we help best prepare and connect startups to funding. So we tend to gear towards those that have a scalable or technology-based startup. So so they're for seed and Series A, so anywhere around 500,000 to up to 2 million, and so on and so forth. So we have a dashboard that has analytics, and what we do is that we track to see where your business is at and show where you should be in order to get funding because of your industry benchmarks, the amount that you're looking for, or the preferences from the investors.
Amazing.
Awesome. Wow, that's great. And Sydney, for our audience, can you tell us what your website is?
Sure, I can actually put it in the chat. It's venturex.ca.
Venturex.ca. I believe we have you on our Twitter. So Mariam.
Yeah, I'm on it right now.
Yes, go ahead. Post away with the tweet, please, for Sydney.
will.
Awesome, Sydney. Well, thanks again for the announcement. Okay, great. Would there be anyone else wanting to make an announcement This is your opportunity. All right. Do we have anyone from chat, Mariam?
No, it doesn't seem
Okay.
like it.
Awesome. Already great. So already, okay. So that should wrap it up for tonight. So thank you so much to the startups again. And thanks for everybody who came out and supported our event. We look forward to sharing the video with our audience. And yeah, and again, please reach out to the startups and post your projects on our Slack. And we look forward to seeing you next month. So thanks so much again and have a wonderful night.